4. All right, let's talk about the Hatozaki Small Batch. Its distillery is Kayako. It is a blended malted whiskey, proof 92, ABV at 46%. Age statement, I couldn't find. Cask program, it's through bourbon barrels, sherry barrels, and of course Japanese oak. So they age it in 3 different barrels. And they say that they use a very small barreling small batch process of 20 barrels or less. This distillery was reborn in 2017 as a modern craft house. It was named after the Hatozaki Lighthouse, the oldest stone lighthouse in all of Japan, a beacon guiding sailors safely home, fitting a whiskey crafted with traditions as its compass. Good story. This is a blended single malt made entirely from 100% malted whiskey. One thing we do know about Japanese whiskeys is they tend to trend kind of as a scotch. Again, that is kind of their soulmate inside of the whiskey world. It's aged in bourbon, sherry, and Japanese oak cask, and is married in very small batches. It reflects the Japanese styles, nuanced, balanced, and designed more for elegance than a punch. So, how would I describe this since I did fail it? A 3-word toasting, I would call it balance without backbone. It's clean, it's fresh, there's some smoke, but it's just doesn't have a lot of backbone to it. So on the nose, what do I get? I definitely get some honey sweet, and I get a lot of floral. What you'll come to learn inside of tasting, whiskeys with a lot of floral notes really end up poorly in my tasting repertoire. So a little too much floral, and there is some fruitiness, and I can definitely get malt, but top 3, I'm gonna go floral, honey, and fruit. On the taste, apricot fruit, lots of malt, very clean and smooth, but again, not much backbone to it. Finish, clean, dry, a little bit of peaty smoke, and a lot of floralness. So again, not really up my alley. I have been circling back to this multiple times throughout the year, actually 2 years that I've owned this, trying to grow a respect for it. And I have to say, I enjoy this whiskey more now than I did 2 years ago. My tastings, my palate has gotten better, and I appreciate this more than when I first had it. When I first had it, I hated it. I mean, absolutely hated it. Now it's just a strong dislike. Nah, it's not a dislike. It's just not my cup of tea. This pour fades a little too fast for me, leaving very little to contemplate, and I hate to say it, I don't think I'll circle back again on this fine whiskey. So if you are out there and you want a 2/3 bottle, let me know, I'll send it to you. No, by law I can't, but it'll be on my shelves. Feel free to come by anytime and enjoy. So let's do our overall impressions once again. This whiskey to me is hyped as being the beacon of approachability, but for me, it just comes across way too subtle and way too thin, lacking depth. So overall, we'll rank this right around a 2 to 2.5, kind of a bogey. Again, not a huge fan. It's not awful, don't get me wrong, but it's just not one that fits my palate or one that I'll circle back to. So if I'm gonna close this out with a toast, thinking of Lighthouse, thinking of Hatozaki, what does this mean? To the lighthouse that shines bright, just wish the dram could cut through the fog. Thanks, my friends, and cheers. This ain't working, this is living.